Hi everyone! In this video we're going to talk about the third sentence type called the complex sentence. So a complex sentence is when a dependent clause is joined to an independent clause. So we've learned in previous videos what an independent clause is. It's a simple sentence. It can stand alone. It's a complete idea. But a dependent clause relies on the rest of the sentence for support. So our little icon here, you could see there's the mother. The mother acts like the independent clause, and the baby acts like the dependent clause. The baby is dependent on its mother. So let's take a closer look at what dependent clauses are. So what exactly is a dependent clause? Well, a dependent clause is created when you add a subordinating conjunction to an independent clause. So let's say, for example, we have Jenny likes to draw. We know that this is an independent clause, but we add a subordinating conjunction like since, and then the whole clause becomes dependent. You might wonder what kind of words are subordinators. Words like because and when and while and after and although and even though. These are all subordinating conjunctions, or I call them subordinators. So the problem here with the subordinating clause, now we have this dependent clause, since Jenny likes to draw. The problem here is that I get confused. It's not a complete idea. Since what? Since Jenny likes to draw what? So I get confused. So a dependent clause, as I said before, they're not complete ideas, and they must be connected to the independent clause. So here is how we might change it. Since Jenny likes to draw, she will go to art school. Woohoo! I get it. I understand now. So subordinators, like other connecting words, express a relationship between ideas. But the beauty of the subordinator is that they emphasize one idea is more important than another idea. So, for example, a more important idea is going to be the idea in the independent clause, and the less important idea will be in the dependent clause. So, when you add the subordinator to that clause, that idea becomes less important. So let's take a look. Because Jack is talented, Pixar hired him. Now I will ask you, which idea is more important? Pixar hired him. That's right. The next sentence, Anne will work in the USA after she graduates. Which idea is more important? Anne will work in the USA. So there are two ways to punctuate a complex sentence. And it's basically, if the independent clause comes first, you do not have to add a comma. If the dependent clause comes first, you need to put a comma after that clause. And again, subordinators also show relationship. So if you want to show contrast, you can use although or even though. If you want to show cause, use because. If you want to show condition, use if. If you want to show time and sequence, use before or after or when or while. So again, let's identify your complex sentences. I want you to write these 4 sentences in your notes, circle the subjects, underline the verb, and then put triangles around the connecting word, which in this case, they are subordinators.